global happenings today. We communicate, we analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. River State. Elders in the land, stakeholders in the land are insisting, calling on the president to please do the needful, that he does not need to wait till September 18 to reinstate democratic structures like Fubara and the 27 and the lawmakers being suspended. But here in the house is a senior advocate of Nigeria, Wahala, who took time to explain that in as much as there is a state of emergency, then there is no election. But here again, we have RSHA insisting that all is set for them to hold the election. They have been selected by the National Assembly, which means there's a democratic structure on ground, even though the state of emergency has required Ibokete Ibas to become the sole administrator to do all the needful. Sitting in as a governor, even though he's a sole administrator, having structures like a governor, and about to have an elected local government area to make it a perfect structure for, quote unquote, for a democratic situation. But then we have a state of emergency, which shows that in all sincerity, nothing of that should be done. INEC just fairly recently spoke about the issue of 90 days. RSHA seemed to have countered it. But the best way to understand this is to hear from the Senior Advocate of Nigeria, who took time and explained the fact that there will be more drama. Plenty of drama after now, even though Fubara had mentioned that no one should speak for him. Well, he is not speaking for Fubara, according to the Senior Advocate of Nigeria. He's speaking for the law. And hear what the law says concerning the situation. We'll be back for more on this.
Section 305 is very clear of the Constitution. That tells us when you can do state of emergency. When there is war, or there is expectation of a war that are being invaded, there is complete breakdown in law and order, or there is the possibility is there. So these are the circumstances. So, and once those Section 305 kicks in, it is expected that democracy will wait. Which is what the president did by saying, Governor, you wait. House of Assembly, you wait. So who is organizing this election now?
A good question.
The governor is described in the Constitution. It does not include an administrator. What they are doing is simply a complete aberration. There is a rape of the Constitution. Section 7 of the same Constitution tells you that it's the democratically elected type of local government is guaranteed. That is what we ought to do. Because how do you talk of election and you say there is complete breakdown of law and order? If you can hold local government elections, what it tells me, Oba Madu Abuchi, is that there is no need for any state of emergency. That the things have normalized. That they should lift the state of emergency. Then the governor come back. You don't give him a fair complete. Like we say in Igbo, you give him salt and then you ask the rainmaker to, so that the salt is more. How can he come back? You suspend him illegally, in my view. Then you now take away the complete local government system from him, then bring him back as a lame duck. How can he deliver? I don't know what people say. I support Tinubu to some extent, yes, but in this instance, I don't agree with him at all. Well, and Latif is somebody I respect a lot, the AG. I've said that on a number of occasions, and I'm not sure they consulted him. He wouldn't have told them to declare a state of emergency for what? When people are at the park entering motor from Port Harcourt to Aba, when you are holding stakeholders meetings, when students are going to school, when people are working, when hospitals are open, when planes are landing and taking off, internationally and local planes. So how can you talk of state of emergency? That state of emergency was very unnecessary. We cannot escape from it. Anything you call vacuum, whatever you say, it originated from that state of emergency, which to me they should have lifted yesterday. Let this man come back, bring back the House of Assembly, let them sort their problems out. Rivers Independent Electoral Commission will now conduct local government elections under a democratic atmosphere, not under a military atmosphere. As this local government election, that when they have taken over control of the whole local government, then they will now leave the thing, and he comes back. He's at the mercy of the local government, which was foisted upon him. The House of Assembly can impeach him at any minute, and you still call him a governor. This local government, this state of emergency, was challenged by PDP governors when it was announced. Till date, nobody has told us whether the case will be heard or not. But if it is some other thing or some other interest, the Supreme Court and everybody would have been running over themselves. Say, no, we can't allow this matter to. But this one, somebody saying that you have gone against the Constitution, and it does not have a date. And we now started a vacation on Monday. That's why I'm dressed like this.
Oh, you're part of the case?
No, but with vacations.
Oh, the court is on vacation.
Because we're on vacations now. So, and what do you expect to happen? Not until we come back in September. But you come back in September, maybe the local government election has occurred, and the suspensions are lifted. Then it becomes academic. They will come and tell you that the case is academic. But when they go ahead, if the governor comes back, I expect him to go to court to say that under Section 305, you cannot hold local government. By now, we should have known. You see, there are two instances with respect to Rivers State that I blame the judiciary. I don't like blaming judiciary because I know their constraints. I've been in the business for a long time. The question of whether these 27 people decamped,
the lawmakers,
or not, the lawmakers. Now, that was the crucial point. But the Fubaras and his team, they were pursuing allocation, presentation of budget, and they played into the hands of the other side's lawyers, and the thing went to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court said, before us here, there's nothing showing these people have decamped. If it was me, what I would be pushing into the Supreme Court would be question of 27 lawmakers. Are they still lawmakers? If I was the lawyer, I wouldn't bother about any other thing. Take this in, let Supreme Court tell us whether the section of the Constitution is there, cosmetic. Somebody swears to an oath, I am no longer a member of this party. The best evidence against a man is his own admission. The best evidence against anybody is his own admission. I am no longer a member of the PDP. They said so. They swore to oaths in the Federal High Court. So all the Supreme Court needed was to tell us whether they are bound by that oath. But the people, they left it and then pursued the question of budget. Then a side comment that this, as far as we are concerned, these are the properly elected. That is what there is. Let us understand what state of emergency is. It means that things are no longer ordinary. You are either in a war situation, or there is a threat of war, or there is complete breakdown of law and order, or there is a threat of that. These are the four instances. So under any of them, will you be talking of an election? So the first thing is to restore us to normalcy. Then normalcy will take place, which will include an election.
Okay.